So you say you like cars. Well, then you should know these 5 things. In this video, we'll be going over 5 things that every person who's into cars should know. Kind of just get them on a level knowledge base so they can talk with other people about cars. Starting off with number 5, engine types. Now, when I say engine types, you don't have to know what engine is in each specific car. Just a basic idea of the layouts, what parts are used, and what they're called. For example, inline 4, inline 6, V6, V8, V10, W16. That one's a little funky, but Bugatti, basically. W12 too, V12. Rotary, things like that, right? So you're not out here calling something an inline 8 or a V4. That's a very common one. Say V4. And you should also have a general idea of what engines go in each car, right? Like a Mustang's a V8. You don't have to know that it's the 302 or the 4.6 liter, whatever. Just, it's a V8. The Subaru is a flat 4, right? So, I'll tell you a story of somebody that actually came up to me. They said, oh, I have a Subaru WRX. And they said, oh, does that have the V6 in it? And I looked at him and I went, no, it does not. Number 4, the difference between wheels and rims. There's a lot of people who will still call them rims, and that's okay, I guess. We know what you're talking about, but it just seems a little bit foolish. The wheel is the whole metal piece that goes on the inside of the tire. All of that is the wheel. The rim is specifically the little piece that sticks up off the barrel of the wheel that holds the tire in, right? It holds the bead of the tire. So, when you're saying wheel or tire or rim, right, you want to know what you're talking about. The rim is just a little sliver on the edge of the wheel. The wheel is the whole contraption. Number 3, how to drive manual. Even if you don't own a manual car, one day you probably will. Or, if you're into cars, you'll at least get a chance to drive a manual. And you should know how to drive it, because manuals are cool cars. Knowing how to drive a manual has lots of different benefits, and having a manual car has even more. Right? If you need to move a friend's car, or a parent's car, or somebody offers to let you drive their car, that, you've been looking at these cars, like, oh yeah, you can drive mine, but it's a manual. Learning how to drive manual is really not that hard. It just takes a lot of practice and a lot of getting used to. And honestly, I bought a manual car before I knew how to drive manual, so I figured it out. Number 2, the basics of an engine, right? Just generally how an engine works. You don't have to know exactly each torque spec for each bolt for this engine or that engine, just generally, right? The pistons go up and down in the engine, combustion makes them go down, the crankshaft spins, the camshafts open the valves, things like that. Basic parts. Alternator charges the battery, the exhaust goes out the back, like just the very, very top level. Like you don't have to know, oh, well, if I add more timing and more fuel, then I'll get 32.4% more power. Generally how they work, so that if maybe your car breaks down, maybe a family member's car breaks down, you can say, well, it probably is this because of this, right? You can help them out, just point people in the right direction, or your own car, point yourself in the right direction, so you're not getting scammed. Don't get scammed by the mechanics. And number 1, the most important thing as a car enthusiast or someone that likes cars that you should know, every single specific detail of your own car. It doesn't matter if you have a Civic, a Corolla, a Ford Focus, a Ford Fusion, a Ford Ranger. It doesn't matter what you have. You should take the time and research and learn everything about your car specifically. And if you don't have a car, about cars that you can actually look at and you can go buy if, when you get there. Knowing everything about a Lamborghini Huracan is cool, but that doesn't really help you out. Learning everything about your own car has a couple of benefits, right? If the common issues. Oh, well, this happened, and this is a comment on this car because of the... Right, you can fix your own car. You can avoid breaking down and having to spend money on your own car, even if it's just a daily, just a commuter, whatever. And learning about your own car is usually easier to be interested in because you can actually go and you can look at these parts right down in the garage. You can go and you can fix this thing right now, today. You don't have to, imagine it on YouTube as you're watching this on YouTube. About oh, well, that would be cool because it's a V10 and it's a 14 liter, Learn about your own car, and learning about your own car generally applies to all other cars as well. Cars are usually pretty similar as far as mechanical components and how systems work and things like that. Power steering systems and alternator systems, and they're usually pretty similar. So Learning about your own car can help you even learn about your dream car. And those are the 5 most important things that you should know as a car enthusiast. I just made a Discord, so if you want to talk to me, want to get notified when I post a video, want to, hang out the live streams that I'm going to start doing eventually at some point, maybe, join the Discord. Come chat, come say hi. Link will be in the description. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps. Comment your favorite emoji down below. That helps engagement, right? Send it out to other car people. But maybe you already know about cars. Maybe you know that the R34 GTR is a little bit overrated. Check out this video right here to watch about the R34 GTR. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.